Hey everybody, thanks for coming back to JeremyHummel.com. In this next installment of our video series, we're going to talk about a subject that I think is very, very important but is often really overlooked, and it's something simple. When you're sitting at the drum set, how do you properly align yourself at the kit? And even for us advanced players, sometimes we can kind of forget these things as we go. So the first thing you want to do when you come over to the drum kit is, if I'm just back here, I come over, sit down, and boom. So when you're sitting at the drum set, the biggest thing is when you come over and you sit down, you really want to make sure that your right leg is aligned with the bass drum. So you can see here that I'm not sitting over here too far. I mean, even though I have a double pedal here, I'm not sitting too far to my left this way, so that now my leg is kind of at an angle. That's not really something that we want because, number one, it doesn't help our playing ability, but number two, it would probably help us get a pretty bad back as well. So again, just sitting here, lining yourself up with the bass drum so that you are now, even if you have a double pedal, here you're aligned so you're at your legs. You're sitting on your sit bones. That's very important. So when we're sitting on the throne, we have balance. Not too far to the left, not too far to the right. Boom. So after you've sat down at the drum set, the second thing I usually look for to gauge yourself, if you're sitting properly, is the snare drum height. And really the seat to go with that too. The snare drum height should be at a position where if I just rest my snare drum stick right here, and if I have it fairly horizontal, that I can hit my snare drum without having to angle my stick downward. Sometimes players have their snare drum a little bit too low, and then what happens is you end up going down to the drum like this. You don't need that because right here we have options, and that's the most important thing. So if we take our snare drum stick, here I can play a nice backbeat hit. If I want to play some doubles, or just some little drags, my stick is right here and I never have to really worry about compromising that position. So I'm just going to play a little groove for you and show you a couple different things that you can benefit from by having your snare in a spot where the stick sits right here. So really, when you sit down at the drum set, there's two main things. Number one, align yourself with the bass drum, not going too far to the left, not going too far to the right. The other thing is snare drum position. Have this stick in a spot where it's comfortable to play, you're not whacking yourself in your leg. There you go. Thanks for visiting JeremyHummel.com. We'll see you next time.